Okay, up first, we've got offensive coordinator Tony Elliott. Go ahead with questions whenever you guys are ready.
Tony, this is Matt. Just what was it like just having an offensive game where it seemed like everything really was clicking for you guys?
So happy for our players. We've talked about it week in and week out, believing that we were close to having that breakout game where everything was going to come together. Just really happy for those guys to be able to see what their potential is. Since we've entered the month of November, we've really been harping on the foundation of the program, talking about the DNA that these young men have and what's expected of them. And it was just really good and really happy for them to be able to put it all together.
Tony, did you feel like going into the game that you guys could control the line of scrimmage up front and have a lot of success on the ground?
I felt like we matched up well. Obviously, they're very well coached. Felt like inside wise, they're not quite as big as what we've seen in some of the previous games. But I was really just kind of comparing it to Pittsburgh, and I thought that we did a good job in the trenches in Pittsburgh. Thought their D line was similar to what we faced at Pittsburgh. Knew that we had to run the football to be able to set up some of the play actions because they were going to be aggressive and play us in a one high structure. So it was good. So definitely, I know I was asked a question last week if I was concerned. Wasn't concerned if the guys played to their potential. So I felt like if we played to our potential, we'd at least have a chance to be effective running the ball. But the communication was really good, man. The backs ran hard. DJ kept them honest. Felt like the coaching staff did a really, really good job this week of putting together some schemes that they may not have seen us do as much to be able to create some either ors for the quarterback, with the exception of the one option play that we had down there on the goal line. I thought they did a good job. DJ did a good job of making the right reads.
Hey Tony, this is Anna with Clemson 24/7. When did you guys find out that you would be without EJ today?
That was a kind of a game time deal. Coach will update you more on his on his status with where he's at. But hey, next man up. That's kind of it's been the theme. And so as I said a couple of weeks ago, and we'll continue to say, the young men have now, instead of running from the adversity, they expect it, and then they expect to overcome the adversity. Just really happy for Will Sweeney, man, to be able to start. Man, he's grown up here in Clemson on the practice field, and his last home game as a senior to be able to start, man, that was pretty cool.
Hey, Coach, it's Trevor Gross from CUTigers.com. The touchdown by Davis Allen, you added a wrinkle to the jumbo fridge package with Shipley there in the Wildcat formation and the little jump pass. When did you come up with that in practice, and how long have you been working on that?
So actually, Travis Etienne is going to be pretty upset because that was his play. We even named it after something out of Louisiana for him, and we've had it because we would run that direct snap to Travis and run basically the ISO play there with Travis. And so we've had it, for a while, just trying to find the right opportunity. Then Shipley came in and showed that he was able to execute it, and just happy for those guys. Happy for Shipley, man. What a young man just to get back and be a leader as a freshman. And then Davis Allen, man, there's not a better, individual human being than on our team than Davis Allen. So just really happy with, his level of play, some things to clean up, but he's taken ownership of leading, and it was good to see those guys execute. So we've had it for a little while. Been working on it since last year with Travis, just didn't have the right opportunity, and today was the time.
Tony, this is Gene in Charleston. How does this performance today fit in with the overall momentum of the last 3 or 4 weeks for you guys?
We've been challenging the guys to visualize playing, their best game of the year. And definitely for us offensively, it's the best game of the year at the right time. We can't go back and change anything about September. We had a bad September. But we can do something about November. And the theme has been, make it in November to remember. This is when championships are won, and we get at least to play for a state championship next week and put the orange pants on. So that's been the focus, and this is good momentum. But we got to make sure that we capture the moment too, and make sure that we put our confidence in how we prepared to be able to play the way that we did, not thinking that's just going to carry over. So the guys will celebrate it for tonight. They'll have a day off to rest tomorrow, and when we come back on Monday, it's going to be Mental Monday. We're putting that behind us, and we're figuring out how we can replicate that week of preparation so we can go play an even better game down in South Carolina. That's the challenge to our guys.
Tony, this is Larry. Normally, Y'all are offensively it's more sort of take what the defense gives you in terms of how they're aligned. Can you remember the last time you guys were able to forcefully sort of pound the run, even against a defense that's sort of geared to numbers wise to stop it?
Right. I just felt like the guys. That's a tough question to remember. The last time. You guys know how I am. I move on and I'm focused on day to day, week to week. But what I think it was is again, the coaching staff did a good job of putting together some decide plays that kind of neutralize the numbers. They're an 8-man front. They're going to have an extra guy, so you got to pick up a hat. We had some either ors for the quarterback, and I thought DJ did a good job. So we were able to get the ball in space. I felt like we got the ball in space. That was the one area, because when you watch Wake Forest in preparation, when you look at the numbers defensively, it didn't match up to what you saw on film. And so we knew we were going to have to get the ball in space. And really a lot of the yards came from balls in space and somebody missing a tackle. So that was kind of the plan, to be able to, go sideline to sideline with the run game and then be able to go at them and just mix it up. So the guys owned the plan. They were prepared. They had the right mindset. They had the right passion. They had the right level of energy and focus to be able to go out and just execute at a high level and see what their potential could be, when they put it all together.
Coach, DJ's mobility was obviously limited, but didn't allow a sack today. How important was it for the offensive line to give him a clean pocket and keep him on his feet?
Correct. That was the challenge. That was the challenge to the offensive line and to the running backs and the tight ends and everybody that protects. Man, that's our captain. That's our quarterback. Man, let's keep him upright. Let's make sure that and if you keep him upright, then he's going to make the plays that are going to put us in position to win the game, and then come around him. And so what you saw is a quarterback that had a supporting cast that really, really supported him. And DJ, man, I'm so proud of DJ because he's been under more scrutiny than probably anybody in the country. And the young man, and he's got a knee, been playing through a knee. He won't make no excuses. He prepares week in and week out. So my challenge was to everybody on the offensive side of the ball, man, let's go protect our quarterback. And that's where it starts. And so when you can protect your quarterback in the throw game, and then you can run the ball, then you set up some of your move the pocket stuff. And so it was good to see that the offensive line, really, really came together today. Had the cohesion and the chemistry to be able to run and protect.
Tony, this is Grace from the Athletics.
Yes,
Speaking to DJ, just those 3rd and 8s with those big time throws to Bo. What was your vantage point of both of those?
The last one there, man, it was a beautiful, beautiful ball. And actually they were basically bringing a max blitz. And so they were bringing both their inside backers and they were bringing their safety. So we had to get the ball off before the safety got there. We got the coverage. So it was actually a kind of a look play where we were trying to decide, if we wanted to run it, because it was really, geared for man coverage. We saw the man look, Bo won on his route. Man, DJ put it in a position where only the receiver can catch it. The receiver makes a one-hand catch. Unbelievable. And then the previous one, we're hollering, hey, tuck it and run. And, he finds a way to escape in the pocket, gets the ball up to Bo, and he makes a big play. And again, that's just a testament to the competitive nature of DJ and his heart and his desire to win.
Coach Elliott, Rob Gilchrist, WCRS. Just looking over the stats, incredible day, just almost a complete game. What are your thoughts on the 3rd downs? Much better than previous games, 7 of 11. What do you credit that to as the game went on today?
Well, I think it was just the rhythm. You're in the rhythm of the game. Calls were similar to ones we've had in the past. It's just all about execution. When everybody's on the same page, offensively, then you have a chance to move the chains. And I also think too, we stayed ahead of the chains decently today. Then we kind of mixed it up and ran the ball in some situations where they may not have expected us to run the ball, and had a little bit of success there. So it just starts with when you can stay in rhythm, and then that momentum builds throughout the course of the game. You have a better chance of being successful on 3rd down. When you're playing choppy and you're out of rhythm, you're going to be out of rhythm on all downs. But when you're in rhythm, you have a chance to be in rhythm on 3rd down as well.
Hey, Tony, it's Anna again.
Yes,
how good was it to see the play of the interior offensive line, especially today, after, I guess, the leakage last week, and especially in the run game too?
Man, they were challenged. They were challenged all week long. Challenged, in their meeting room. They were challenged in the team room in front of their teammates, both offense and defense, to play better. We knew we had to play better because they do a great job at Wake Forest of coaching up their guys to play their scheme, and their scheme involves a lot of picks and twists, especially between the two interior D tackles. We were going to have to catch movement. We were going to have to be able to identify them. Then you got to transitions, because sometimes instead of them moving around, they vertical push on you. So that's a different technique you got to be prepared for. So just happy for those guys. Happy for Trotter to get in there and to get another start at center. Felt like that was the best combination going into the game, and the guys took pride in that, and they went out and they performed.
Hey, Tony, this is Chris Idell from Hermiston Radio in Baltimore. Congratulations on the win today.
Yes,
what does it mean to get the running game started? Because all year long, you guys have been trying to find somebody to replace ETN, and now you found something, to work on. Now that could help you in the postseason.
Right. Well, with the exception of last week, I felt like, over the past several weeks, that's been probably the most consistent area in offensively. May not have had the overall rushing output, but we've been efficient and effective, with the guys in the run game when we needed it. So to be able to come out, especially, with what was on the table, an opportunity to play a top 10 team in your stadium, a chance to send your seniors out undefeated, which will be back-to-back senior classes that are undefeated, to stay alive in the hunt. So it was good to be able to run the football, because to win championships, you got to be able to run the ball effectively, and then you got to be able to throw it when you need it. So we got to stay balanced and build from this and put together a good plan for our guys so they can go be successful next week in Columbia.
Tony.
Hey, Tony, thanks for this thing. Kind of going along with that run game. Before the season started, you said don't sleep on 20.
Can you speak up? It's just hard to hear.
Yeah. Before the season started, you said don't sleep on 20, talking about Kobe Pace. How nice was that to see him get that career high today?
Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome. And just the way him and Shipley complement each other. And, there was some runs, I would call dirty runs. They weren't blocked all the way. They had to run through some tackles, and they did a good job. So really, really happy for Kobe. And, Kobe's been working, and he's been challenged too, because the young freshmen come in are very talented. So just happy to have, all of those guys and to really see the chemistry and the bond that is being created between all three of those running backs in the running back room. So the future's bright for those guys. We just got to continue to, from a coaching staff standpoint, put together a good plan. Then we also got to continue to do our job, from an offensive line perspective, because if you give those guys an opportunity, they'll find a way. Hey,
Tony, this is Matt again. Could you? I'm just gonna see if you could elaborate a little bit on the schematic. I guess he said you guys switched up a little bit schematically with the running game. If you could just elaborate a little bit on that.
No, just we've done some counter stuff, but we added just some elements, maybe changing the direction of the back. So there, and then just reading some of the interior D linemen, those were the things. And we've done some of those things throughout the course of the year. We just maybe changed the presentation a little bit just to be able to try and find some angles and numbers for our guys.
Hey, Tony, this is Justin Robertson with the Tiger. What was the thought process behind calling the Shipley jump pass play? And was that a play you kind of anticipated using heading into today?
Oh, yeah. So that's, I give credit where credit is due. So that's kind of the heavy boys package has been, Coach Sweeney's package for several years since we had Christian. And, we've been working on that particular play for a while. And Coach was like, hey, if we get into this certain situation in the game, because before I think there might have been a series before where we ran it on fourth down, and Coach said, hey, if we get in a situation like that again, that's the call that I want to go with. And he said, hey, man, we've been practicing, we were ready, and the guys executed it well.
Hey, Tony,
Bob Wagner with Tiger Night. Bo Collins becomes the first true freshman wide receiver since Deion to catch 3 straight games with a touchdown. What have you seen with him as he kind of takes that next step into the next man up role?
Right. So Bo showed up. I'll compare Bo to an Amari type. He has a pro mentality. He's very, very businesslike. Has a blue collar work ethic. He's very detail oriented, and so we knew it was just a matter of time. And early on in the season, dropped a couple balls, but fought through that. And once he was able to get over that hump there of dropping a couple balls, man, he's really, really taken off. So everything was there from the beginning. It was just a function of getting the experience to be able to have that ultimate confidence to be able to go and make those plays. And that one-handed catch was unreal. So just happy for Bo. And I expressed to his parents earlier in the week, man, just what an awesome young man. He's got an unbelievable smile. He lights up the room. His character is unreal. Just yes sir, no sir, and all about his business. And because of that, he's gonna make those guys in that room for the future even better.
Tony, Larry, again, can you describe the emotions immediately after DJ's fumble and then it turning right back around when the defense produces that turnover right after?
Right. So biggest thing was just don't panic. Don't panic. And that one that was on me. The option there was just trying to change it up a little bit. Probably should have just handed it off and went straight downhill. But we had some success getting the ball on the perimeter. So that was more on me than DJ. And so just pick the guys up and say, hey, look, man, defense is playing good. We'll get an opportunity, and when we get an opportunity, let's go capitalize. And then once we got the ball back, we were able to, I think 3 straight plays and put it in the end zone. So the emotion was it wasn't a roller coaster, like it might have been in the past. Like I said, the guys know adversity's coming, and now they expect it, and they expect to play through it. And that's what I told them. I said, don't focus on any of the negative plays. Let's focus on the 7 seconds between whistles, what we can control, and if we do that. At the end of the game, we'll put together enough positive plays to be in position to win.
I'm going to take one more for Coach Elliott.
Tony, is he supposed to just eat that or turn it up once?
No, it was a pitch play, but the guy got on him so quick, and the footwork that we were using in that situation was tough. So if he saw it. He could turn it up. It's just speed option right there with a different presentation. But he thought he could get it to Kobe, and the guy got into the pitch lane. So he's taught to attack the inside number, which you want to do in option football. He could have just dove it back into the line, but he thought he can get there and credit their guy. He made a good play.
All right, thank you guys.